What exactly is this thing? That a lot of persons focus on success and prosperity and neglect the fact that every self needs to be improved. That today you are prosperous, tomorrow you will need to add patience to your prosperity. The next day you will need to add forbearance. The next day you will need to add kindness. The next day you will need to add character. The next day you will need to add another what for another value over another prestige, and continuously. Self-improvement means that every single day you add something to yourself, you improve yourself regardless of the measure you do so. That it do not matter if I add 10 measures to myself today, I improve. It do not matter if I add 5% to myself today, I improve. That if it be 1%, I improved. The self-improvement has nothing to do with the mighty things that you do for yourself, part-time practices. It is in the daily increment of self-improved characters that you add to yourself, self-improved ideas, self-improved mindset, self-improved knowledge. That today I know this and the next day I add another thing to the thing I know. That today I don't know about this and then I add something, and I do not just add anything but something that is in line with my destiny. If you want to self-improve yourself, you will need to constantly train yourself to daily do something that brings what to you. Self-improvement is everyday value added to oneself. Improve yourself daily. Do something that brings you closer to your destiny. Do something that makes you different from who you were before. Do something that change your entire course of being from this to this. That it does not matter the measure that you put into it, but so long as you put in something. Self-improvement is not focused on the percentage of what you add to yourself. It is focused on the consistency of an everyday value you add to yourself. Self-improvement is what you should imbibe if you want to go far. Self-improvement is what you should have. That today you add to yourself kindness, the next day you add to yourself patience, the next day you add to yourself contentment, the next day you add to yourself character, the next day you add to yourself new knowledge, the next day you add to yourself another certification, the next day you add to yourself another what, another value, another prestige. It is the consistency that matters.